Hello students, welcome to EasyElimu Learning Simplified. I am your teacher, Mr. Stanley Ombogo. So dear students, this is the second episode of that is the thematic concerns. And remember, in the previous video, I said that this time round we are taking a different approach. That is, we are going to delve in each thematic concern. That is by looking for relevant illustration in the entire play, not looking at each and every act. So the reason why I feel that this is the best approach is because some of these issues keep on repeating themselves in almost all the acts, and therefore uh, we aren't that idle to keep on repeating ourselves. So dear students, allow me to introduce you to the second theme in Parliament of Alls by Adipo Sidang, and this is the theme of betrayal. So first things first, before we look at, that is before we look for the relevant examples and illustrations that we can use to support this theme, the question that we must ask ourselves is that what is betrayal? So when we talk about betrayal, this is the act of messing someone's trust. So the synonyms that we can talk about here are words like disloyalty, uh, treachery, sometimes perfidy, etc. So looking at the play that is Parliament of Alls, the birds are seen to betray one another and as a result fail to create a common front through which that is they can use to tackle their problems. So while the owls make laws to give themselves an advantage as night birds over the day birds, some day birds take the side of the owls, thereby making it easy for the owls to divide and rule. So it is like some day birds have decided to betray fellow day birds and partner with the oppressors. So looking at this instance or scenario, Telltale, for example, is misused by the owls to spread propaganda, making it easier for the owls to exploit the other birds. So she is used by Red String, for example, to prepare the ground for the introduction of moonlight law because the owls know that daybirds trust her. So the reason why she is visited by that is the Red String is simply because there is a previous deal that had gone through. So they need their help. That is, they need her help. Sorry, for the second time. So besides, she is entrusted with the duty of warning the birds. So it will appear like she is only doing her duty. So remember, the work of Telltale, that is the woodpecker, is to warn other birds. So whenever that is whenever she does what the owls want, other birds will take it as if it is some warning that she is sounding. So Red String betrays Telltale when he sends her to spread propaganda against Osogo, promising not to victimize Osogo when the owls invade the weaver birds. So Osogo is, however, not spared, making Telltale appear in league with the owls. So also, Red String betrays her. That is, Red String still betrays Telltale the woodpecker when Arum Tidi arrives by immediately taking to the new alternative and threatening her into submission. So he pretends that Telltale is declining the job because of the pay. But dear students, we all understand that Telltale had learned from the previous mistake. So it was not a matter of the pay or any other thing. So she just made her decision. She had a sound mind this time round. So Arum Tidi, who was just arrived and is unaware of what had passed between them, is none the wiser. So besides, Arum Tidi is in a competition with the Telltale, meaning that Telltale will either do the detestable job given or risk her reputation with the Daybirds, which Red String threatens to ruin by revealing that she has been working with the Alls. So Arum Tidi also betrays both Telltale and his fellow Daybirds. That is by uh, accepting this job. So he sets up a plan to take care of Telltale in order to remove competition for the job of propagandist for the Parliament of Alls by suggesting that hammering be outlawed. So this will make Telltale jobless because remember, she hammers after all. So he also suggests that her hammering task, not task but tax, be introduced and Telltale be arrested. He does all these to get her out of the way. So he agrees to confuse the Daybirds into accepting the Moonlight Law if they do not get convinced. So Arum Tidi also agrees to be bribed with a rat every night served with the delicious soup at the royal trees. Uh, that is in order to turn against his fellow Daybirds. So that's also another instance of betrayal. So other Daybirds uh, betray Oyundi too, if we look at the play. For instance, in Act 4, that is scene 1, that is one Daybird accuses Oyundi of making all Daybirds appear enemies of the Alls, then leaves. So Otongorio suggests that the bird is heading to inform Moneybags, which prompts Oyundi to send the feathered beak after him. So apart from that, we also get to learn, dear students, from the play that the straight-eyed also betrays the Daybirds after sticking with them for so long when he is offered an appointment by the Royal Owl. So Royal Owl betrays his subjects, that is another scenario, by not working to their expectation despite the subjects giving him the power to do so. So instead, he turns against them by giving more advantages to the owls. He also fails to run the kingdom justly by not checking those he appoints to rule on his behalf. So on many occasions, he is also part of the machinery that directly takes advantage of his subjects, and he ends up losing their trust. So I think the perfect phrase or the perfect words to use for that is the duo talking about the royal owl and the money bags is that they are ruling with an iron fist. So the royal owl is quite aware of the murder of Arum Tidi. So he calls for celebration at his graveside when he is killed, and in fact goes through that is the first of a posthumous crowning of one who has been murdered. So they are given commendation, not they, but Arum Tidi is given commendation, that is after his demise. So there's no way he is going to benefit from that because as the dead, he is not aware of what is happening now that she has disappeared. That is, he has disappeared to the abyss of no return. So similarly, uh, Royal Owl takes advantage of Oyundi to kill Decent. So he gets appointed to the Parliament of Owls in order to silence the daybirds. So this way, he betrays the trust given to him by his subjects, who include the daybirds. Remember, the bird kingdom is not for the owls alone. We have, it is a bird kingdom and we have all types of birds. But here's a case where it is only the owls who want to dominate. That will also bring us to another issue or theme, that is nepotism or tribalism. We'll get there. So it is also clear that Royal Owl has no friends. He is quick to judge Moneybags after it is revealed he has been working to overthrow him. So he betrays the other owls by not ensuring a fair trial for Moneybags, whose condemnation eventually leads to the uh, overthrow of the owls. So it is also his naivete and ignorance which causes most of the problems in the kingdom. So through the discussion of this theme, dear students, the playwright condemns politicians and leaders who turn against their electorate after they have been elected into office. So he sees this as a great betrayal since the electorate signs a contract with the elected leaders, and it is great betrayal for leaders not to fulfill their end for the bargain after the election. So this is evident in the in that is Parliament of Alls by Adipo Sidang. So once again, thanks for watching and keep it easy, Elimu. Bye.